Hi, I'm Esther Shipman. I'm the Curator of Architecture and Design for Cambridge Galleries, and we're at the Design at Riverside Gallery, which is our gallery which specializes in exhibitions for architecture and design. And we're here celebrating the opening of the Portraits from Above exhibition put together by Rufina and Stefan Canham. And we're super excited about this exhibition because it really provides an opportunity for people from Canada to get an intimate look of one stream of life in Hong Kong. It's by no means everything, but it brings us into people's homes. We hear their personal stories, we see where they live, and we understand the challenges that they're facing when they arrive, sometimes not knowing anyone or knowing where they can find a place to live. And this is kind of an organic development, these types of residences which have grown on the rooftops of existing buildings. Now, I know that for some it's a difficult thing to look at how people live in such small quarters, and you know, on the other hand, they have a personal place that they can call their own. Some of these buildings are not going to exist in the very near future. They're going to be demolished, and so this exhibition is important not only for showing us this side of life in Hong Kong, but also it's going to disappear now, and it's a record for a document for historical reasons. Why would people in Canada be interested in something like this? I think that generally, first of all, of course, many of us have traveled around the world. I personally have been to Hong Kong myself, but I knew nothing about this particular life. And I think that in general, people feel touched when they can go into someone's home and understand their story. So whether you are from China, or whether you are from Africa, or whether you are from South America, or whether you're from Canada. I mean, I think people are interested to see how people live and cope with difficult situations. Rufina is someone who has spent some time in Cambridge. She's a graduate from the University of Waterloo, which has moved its architecture school here. And it's a very interesting place, Cambridge. What's happened is we have a small city which was a specialist in one kind of industry, and that industry began to decline, and the people who were running the city were wondering how they were going to encourage new life in their city, and they were able to convince the School of Architecture that they had fantastic buildings close to their main base and that they should move here. And what happens to a small town when 500 architects move to your town? Everything changes. All of a sudden you have new retail stores, you have people looking at things in different ways, you have renovations, you have changes in your whole city. And coming with the building here was an opportunity for Cambridge Galleries to expand our galleries. We have 3 galleries, 2 that specialize in visual art, and 1 now which is architecture and design. It is the only municipal gallery in all of Canada specializing in these fields of activity.
I'm the director of Cambridge Galleries, and I'm very pleased to see so many of you here this evening to celebrate the opening of our current exhibition, Portraits from Above. It's the result of a tremendous amount of work by Rufina, who was with us tonight, and Stephen Canham, who unfortunately can't be with us this evening. But it's also just fabulous for us to be able to showcase a graduate of the University of Waterloo School of Architecture and have so many folks from the school with us tonight to enjoy this very special celebration. So I'm now going to just introduce Esther Shipman, our curator for Design at Riverside, and she's going to say a few words before our very special guest, Rufina, has a chance to speak briefly about this very substantial body of work that is so important. So, Esther.
Thanks, Mary. Great to see so many faces here tonight. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Rufina has a history here, and there are a lot of well-wishers here for her, but also many people because the strength of the work is extremely impressive. We have really not even everything, obviously, that we can have included in the publication, but what we have here is a true insight into a sliver of life in Hong Kong, something where people come out of adverse circumstances, sometimes fleeing things, sometimes running to new opportunities, and find themselves in the metropolis of Hong Kong as migrant workers looking for opportunities, and through some entrepreneurs and some innovations, a new type of housing structure came to life. Some have made it into a spotless place, others simply a roof over their heads. They've been built by all means possible with every material available on the street or